I've got my table of data here. What I want to do is do some sorting and filtering, but I want to do it into query so I can save that and use that as a data source for other things. I'm going to close down the table and I'm going to go into create again, and I'm going to go into, that wizard worked so well for form design, and you'd think that a wizard would be a great idea for queries as well, but you're wrong, very wrong, wrong diddly wrong. It's query design that is the right thing to do. We've only got one table that we can include. This would show you all the tables, so we just say that table, done. Make sure we only got one table. Here's the fields that we can use. Down along the bottom here is the fields that are displayed, currently none. We're going to want most of them. One way to get them down there is to double click them. Another way is to drag them. Another way is to shift click and then drag multiple ones, and I think there's a couple of other ways as well. So what have we got? We've got all the fields that are going to display. So if I go to the datasheet view, it's just pulled all the data out, so that's not very exciting, is it? Let's add a filter in. So we've got these criteria down the bottom. I'm going to put a criteria that the gender is going to be, let's go female. That looks right. Datasheet view again. I've only got females that have appeared. That's pretty nice. And I'm going to go with date of birth. I'm going to go with greater than, so anyone this century. So greater than 1st of the 1st 2000. I remember the 1st of the 1st 2000. So that's only brought up people who were born this century. So I've got multiple criteria happening here. And the other thing I think would be a really good idea is to sort them alphabetically. Family name, so I'm going to go sort ascending on family name, and again datasheet view. That seems to work out really well. So what's the last thing I want to do? I want to save it. Hardest thing is saving is coming up with names, of course. Always QRY. You will thank yourself for always identifying that it's a query, because in other places it can be there can be a list of things to choose from, and it can be unclear as to whether you're choosing from a table or a query. So QRY, and this is going to be members. So we're saying who we're pulling out, and sorted by actually this is members female, isn't it? Female this century, born this century. I end up with very long names for my queries, but they are very descriptive at least. It's a hard balance to strike. There we go. I can close that down. So now I've got my tables, queries and forms visible to use as I need to.